Everyday decisions depend on conditions. If you pass your test, you celebrate. If your bank balance is low, you get a penalty. If you buy enough items, you get a discount. In this video, you'll learn how to write conditional statements in Python step by step, even if this is your very first time coding. A conditional statement lets your program ask a question. If the answer is true, it runs one piece of code. If the answer is false, it can run something else. Think of it like traffic lights. If the light is red, stop. If the light is green, go. If the light is yellow, prepare to slow down. Let us begin with the most basic conditional, the if statement. First, we create a variable named grade and store the number 70 in it. Next, we write a conditional statement. If grade greater than or equal to 65, this is asking, is the grade greater than or equal to 65? This is a comparison statement that compares the grade is greater than or equal to 65. Notice the colon at the end. The colon tells Python that the next indented line belongs to this condition. Finally, we write print passing grade. This line will only run if the condition is true. Since 70 is greater than 65, Python prints the message passing grade. Now, let's change the grade to 60 and run it again. What do you think will happen? Correct. Nothing happens because the condition is false and we did not tell Python what to do otherwise. To handle the case when the condition is false, we add an else statement. Let's update our code. We have this grade and we add else part at the end of the if statements. Else, colon, then the statements that going to be printed out when the condition is false. For example, print failing grade. The if part checks the condition as before, just like we saw with grade 70. The else part tells Python what to do if the condition is false. When we run this, notice that the result on the screen is failing grade. Now the program always responds with either passing or failing, which there is no situation where nothing happens. Python always knows what to do. Sometimes situations have more than just two outcomes. That's when we use elif, which stands for else if. Here is an example with a bank account balance. Balance 0. If balance less than 0, print balance is below 0, add funds now or you will be charged a penalty. Elif balance equals to 0, print balance is equal to 0, add funds soon. Else, print your balance is above 0. The first check, if balance less than 0, Python runs this block if the balance is negative. The second check, elif balance equal to 0, this runs if the balance is exactly 0. Finally, if neither of the previous condition is true, the else block runs for all other cases, like a positive balance. Now let's see what happens with different balances. For balance -5, balance is below 0, add funds now or you will be charged a penalty. For balance is 0, balance is equal to 0, add funds soon. For balance 100, your balance is above 0. With if, elif, and else, Python can handle multiple conditions and choose the correct action depending on the situation. Sometimes you need to ask one question inside another. This is called a nested if. Let's look at an example with grades. We declared a variable grade with values 92. Then if grade greater than or equal to 65, print passing grade of. Then we define another conditional statement inside the first condition. If grade greater than or equal to 90, print A. Elif grade greater than or equal to 80, print B. Elif grade greater than or equal to 70, print C. Else, print D. Then we add else parts for the outer if statements. Else, print failing grade. The first if checks if the grade is passing. Inside that block, another if and a series of elif statements decide which letter grade to print. But if the grade is below 65, Python skips all of the inner checks and directly prints failing grade. When we test different values, here is what happens. For grade 92, the output is passing grade of A. For grade 85, passing grade of B. For grade 72, passing grade of C. For grade 67, passing grade of D. For grade 50, failing grade. So with nested if statements, Python tells us make decisions inside other decisions. This is useful whenever the outcome depends on more than one level of checks. Now let's recap what we have learned in this video. If checks one condition, else provides a fallback when the condition is false. elif adds more options to cover different outcomes, and nested if handles multi-step decisions one inside another. With conditional statements, your programs can make choices, just like you do every day. Here is a practical challenge for you. Create a file called temperature_advice.py. Write a program that prints advice based on the temperature in Celsius. If below 10, print cold, wear a jacket. If between 10 and 20, print mild, light layers. If between 25 and 32, print warm, stay hydrated. If above 32, print hot, avoid midday sun. Keep practicing these examples and soon writing conditions will feel completely natural. Remember, every program you build is just a series of choices, step by step. Master this skill and you are one step closer to becoming a confident Python programmer. If you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with others learning Python, and subscribe for more beginner-friendly tutorials. See you in the next video.